told the Houston Chronicle they're going to, and by the way, the Houston Chronicle, that's a mainstream newspaper, okay? They're going to set up cells of people and test how well they're able to move around without getting too noticed in the community. Now, in that symbol, right, of Jade Helm, isn't there a clog? And right, now the clog represents sabotage. Rather than going into the intricate details of it, but it represents sabotage. So part of the Jade Helm's program is to sabotage these people, to cause things to bring about, so-called law and order, bring about martial law, bring about the clamping down of, what do you call it, when you have a curfew, okay, a military curfew. That's all part of Jade Helm's plans. And I'm reading some of them right here. They're going to set up cells of people and test how well they're able to move around without getting too noticed in the community. They're testing their abilities basically to blend in with the local environment and not stand out and blow their cover. Why? Because they're up to mischief. And that's that scripture in the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter, that practice, roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah, because it's in the power of their hand.
It is in the power of their hand. So that's another example. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and if you notice all these different like movies that they bring out when stuff like this happens, basically it's when they bring in the curfew, it's usually in the evening, and that's usually when all hell breaks loose in the evenings. Like you had that movie The Purge. Once the sun went down at a certain time, you had 12 hours, to be able to do whatever you had to do. The movie I Am Legend. Once the sun went down, everybody had to be home, away from that whole situation, because otherwise, they would have got caught up in a lot of bullshit. And many other movies the same way, So they plan on bringing that curfew, and it's heard somebody on the news say something along the lines of that all they had to do is call in the National Guard, for this this martial law thing, to bring order, restore order back, when there's either a national emergency or an uprising of the citizens, or civil unrest as they call it, so everything is in place, and they're doing it right in your face. So that's why there's a media blackout on Jade Helm. It's just like there's a media blackout on the Bohemian Grove and that meeting, so all this stuff is going on and you don't hear anything about it.
Yeah, why can't we know what they're discussing at the Bohemian Grove? Why have a retreat that's surrounded by the world's top security?
Yep.
What's that all about?
Stick to the plan. Another article. This was dated March 29th, 2015, and this is from a site called Counter Current News. It says military admits martial law test runs planned throughout U.S. this summer.
Oh, let's not forget, right before 9/11, there was military drills running. As a matter of fact, September the 10th, 2001, there was a drill being done by the FBI the very night before 9/11.
Yeah, it says newly leaked military documents reveal what the United States government is no longer denying, that elite branches of the military are currently preparing for training exercises throughout the U.S. Southwest with simulated martial law scenarios. Like I said, whenever they do these drills or play these war games, they do it in a situation or a scenario that they, in the near future, they're going to experience that in real time. All right? It said the document reveals the training exercises as being conducted under the name Operation Jade Helm.
Yeah, and that's part of our history, man. That takes you back to when Israel, when you had the Israelite tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi dwelling in the land of Israel, and the Romans surrounded them. All right, you had the siege at Masada. So this is nothing new. This is history repeating itself again. Those are Jade Helm forces. That's nothing but the modern day version of the Roman soldiers that surrounded Masada, surrounded the Jakes at Masada, the siege at Masada. So that's all that is. But
they're going to come in as a flood.
They're going to come in as a flood.
To Revelation 12.
Mm-hmm. And this is a book of Luke 21:20. I got a quick precept. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, which happened back then, 70 A.D. Yahushua was prophesying about 70 A.D., but it's going to happen again. Because Jerusalem, the city don't make the people make the city. So Jerusalem is right here in America. Jerusalem is you tribes, okay? So it says, when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, those armies are the different groups of the military coming under that so-called exercise called Jade Helm, okay? When you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. So the destruction is right around the corner, man.
Yeah, it says in Revelation 12:15, and the serpent cast out of his mouth a water as a flood after the woman. Now this happened during the time of period of Vespasian and Titus, that he may, which were the three heads, that he may cause her to be carried away of the flood. That flood was the Roman military to do away with, because Yahushua, made a prophecy. He said, when you shall see the abomination that maketh desolate enter into the holy place, then flee. It said, flee ye into the mountains. Some of them fled into the mountains. Some of them fled into Africa. And they scattered throughout different areas, man. And the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. In 17 it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua. That's talking about that elect. Because when Yahushua made that prophecy, it was for the elect that followed him.
I got some more information concerning Jade Helm. This is from Simple Unhooked Living. It says Jade Helm and standing armies on the new homeland battlefield, which, like I said, that is what Jade Helm is. It's nothing but a standing army that's getting ready to get busy on you Jakes, man. Alarm bells. This is under a section called alarm bells. It says, all things considered, when military exercises are conducted among the populace, alarm bells start to go off, especially when part of the exercise involves troops sneaking around in the dark. Now, earlier I read about how Jade Helm is going to, part of the exercise is for the certain military members to blend in among the populace, blend in among the people, so that